20cm cake tin. Put some Glad wrap. You may need to put 2 sheets just over the side and on the base. Another sheet. And another sheet just here. That's just to make it easier to take the cake out. Try not to have it too crinkly, but just enough there. There we are. That should be fine. Colomba Pasquale is a traditional Easter cake that Italians have at Easter time, and it is in the shape usually of a dove and symbolises peace at Easter time. So I am going to use this traditional Easter cake to make another very popular dessert for Easter time in Sicily traditionally, and that is a Cassata cake. And I'm going to use this cake, I'm going to cut it up and use it as the base for my Cassata cake. You can use this, or you can buy this kind of cake, and it looks like this. You can buy it at supermarkets or continental delis, or you can even use a Madeira cake and cut it up. So we'll do that process now. Cut slices into about 1 centimetre thick, and it's essentially like a panettone, except it's just got orange bits and pieces and some almonds on the top and sugar bits. Okay, to layer the cake in the tin, this is so easy, you're going to freak out at how easy this is. Place the larger pieces on the bottom there, and you're going to try and prevent any gaps. You don't want any gaps, so I'm just going to, so you can cut and manipulate the cake how you want to ensure that there's no gaps there. So just cut some pieces, put it in there. There we go, some there, some there. So that's the base, there's no real space there, so that's good. So I'm going to now put on the side there and just squash it down a bit. You might have to cut some of the tops off that. So I might put the cut piece down on the side. Keep putting that all down the side. So get your masala, about 60 mils, and a brush if you like, or you can just drizzle it on and just brush it over the base and the sides. Okay, so that's all pretty much done. Let that sit aside and we'll make the cassata mixture inside. In a bowl, press 600 grams of fresh full ricotta through a wire mesh sieve. Add 150 grams of caster sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. Beat with a wooden spoon until creamy and pale. Once it's ready and creamy, add 150 grams of candied orange and 150 grams of roughly chopped dark chocolate. This is Couverture dark chocolate. Mix that around to combine well. Spoon the ricotta mixture into the mould and smooth the surface. Use a palette knife to make this easier. Then cover the top of the ricotta with the remaining cake slices. Again, make sure to cover all the gaps. Drizzle or brush on the top layer of cake with the leftover masala. Cover the cake with the overhanging thin wrap, place a plate on top and a tin to press down, put in the fridge for 2 hours or overnight if can. After the cake has set in the fridge for at least 2 hours, unmould it by placing it on a decorative serving plate. Bowl has 600 ml of thickened cream and whisk it until you have a whipped cream. I like to do this by hand so I really get a feel for when it's ready, because you don't want to over whisk this. So that's ready. So I'm just going to leave that aside, and now in a electric mixing bowl, just going to whip some mascarpone, and you can do this by hand, but I'm just going to do it fairly quickly. There's 250 ml of mascarpone going in there. Good quality one if you can find one. So just whip it with the paddle, just for a couple of minutes, just on low speed, or low to medium, just to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, the mascarpone and the cream are mixed together. Don't want to over mix it, over whip it. So now we can spread that over the cake. Cover the cake with the cream. Cover the top and the sides. Some flaked almonds that I have roasted in the oven 150 degrees for about 15 minutes. So we're just going to use those to decorate the side of the cake now. So you just grab your cake and just tilt it, and then just grab a handful of almonds and just stick it onto the cream, and just any left excess ones just pop back onto the plate. Now just decorate the top with some shaved chocolate. And there you have it. A Sicilian cake ready for Easter.